Chapter 9, Merchandising Company Accounting for Sales Receipts. Verify whether all your reports are correct from the end of Chapter 8. Now we are proceeding to Chapter 9, and in your reading and understanding of the accounting concepts behind the merchandising concern, this is our final chapter in discussing the fourth special journal, which is the Cash Receipts Journal. Understanding how the manual entries are done will greatly facilitate the knowledge you will develop in using QuickBooks. So we will proceed with problem 9-2. One internal control procedure is to establish an account called undeposited funds, where all the cash receipts are linked for all sales made. When the accountant received the cash and verified all the sales in the undeposited funds account, then the accountant or bookkeeper makes the deposit by transferring the undeposited accounts to the cash general account. This process will establish better internal control and will establish an effective bank reconciliation procedure. For purposes of the use of this practice set, the use of undeposited funds will be eliminated and instead be directed to the use of the cash general account to shorten classroom activities. So to do that, we want to do edit and go to the preferences. Once you establish that this undeposited under the preferences under payments, you wanted to click your company preferences. And you could see that it is automatically defaulting on the use of undeposited funds. This should be unchecked. So what we're going to do to bypass undeposited funds will be to uncheck the box so it can go directly to our cash account, and that's what we will establish here. So once you uncheck that, click your OK, and it should save it for all the succeeding receipts of cash. Say OK to that, and so now we can record the receipts of cash. Understand that this special journal, Cash Receipts Journal, will all be receiving cash. So cash will be debited and the differences will be where it's coming from and or what the credits are. So let's first start with the customers who are paying us within the discount period and after the discount period. So under your customers, we will receive payments. I will do the first one and you can complete the rest of the transactions for the month of June. So once you establish the first transaction on December 4 is saying that you receive from Lake Mead Hospital a payment of invoice number 3, and there is discounts applied for this transaction. So on customers, then you click your payments, receive payments, and it's dated December 4, and the customer is Lake Mead Hospital. It's telling us to reference the invoice number 3. For this particular transaction, there is discounts of $38.92. $38.97. The GL account for that is sales discount. Remember, make sure you select the right GL, and you will note that at times you may need to change the discount amount based on what the book says to balance, making sure that the payment that was received matched the checked figures, and you can complete the rest of them. So completing all the transactions for the month of December and completing problem 9-2, you can proceed to 9-3, where cash was received from any source other than the customers. So the approach is different. You want to go to banking and click make deposits. Here you wanted to make sure that the deposit will go to the selected cash account. So the first transaction will be done for you and you can complete the rest. December 1st, you rendered services and receive a check from cash customers. And that is for 538 and 75 cents. So the first column is received from. This is going to be your customer. Since you don't have cash customers, then you want to establish that and say cash customers. It's just like customers over the counter coming into your drugstore and buying over the counter medications. Or for this one, this is for services that was rendered. Remember, we also have a doctor that's rendering service, so we will give it an example to record receipt of cash for services. Now, under the check number, we will leave it blank, but in real business world, you want to complete the check number if you receive a check and the payment method that was done was a check. So you can click check for this, or if it was cash or a credit card or whatever payment was received. The amount is $538.75. Now the GL account. Remember, the debit is to cash, the credit will be, it gave you a hint, service revenue. Now select from your list of revenue accounts, and there is none that is listed for services. So you want to create a new account, and it's an income account. Make sure you still remember the classification of your accounts. Income account, and say continue, and you can type in your service revenue income account. Then you want to save and close this screen, and that's where your credit is going to be posted to. When you save this and click save and new, it will get you to the next screen and you can continue on the rest of your other receipts of cash. At the end, you want to completely look at the problem 9-3 and up until December 1st, and verify your profit and loss statement, and verify also your trial balance as of December 31. This way you will be comfortable to move on to the next chapter. And once you're in balance, don't forget to run your QBB backup. So you'll be having a balanced chapter 9, that will move you to the next chapters.